Hi, curious kids! Have you ever imagined a Christmas without twinkling lights, joyful carols, or delicious feasts? Believe it or not, there was a time in history when Christmas was nearly erased from the calendar. Join us as we uncover the strange and incredible tale of how Christmas was almost banned in England during the 1600s, and how people's love for the holiday kept the spirit alive. Let's dive into this extraordinary chapter of history. It's hard to picture Christmas without its colorful decorations, joyous carols, and delicious feasts. Yet, in the mid-1600s, England experienced a Christmas season that was far from merry and bright. In 1647, under the leadership of Oliver Cromwell, the government passed a law that banned Christmas celebrations altogether. This shocking move changed the holiday for over a decade, but it couldn't extinguish the festive spirit that lived in people's hearts. To understand how Christmas was almost erased, we need to travel back to 17th century England. At that time, the country was going through major political and religious turmoil. England had just emerged from a bloody civil war between King Charles III and Parliament. The war ended with the king's defeat, and a new government, led by Oliver Cromwell, took control. Cromwell and his followers, known as Puritans, believed in strict religious practices and a simple way of life. They thought many traditions, including Christmas celebrations, were too extravagant and distracted people from their religious duties. For centuries, Christmas had been celebrated in England with great enthusiasm. There were festive feasts, lively dances, and singing in the streets. Homes were decorated with holly, ivy, and mistletoe, and people took part in traditions that had been passed down for generations. But the Puritans saw Christmas differently. To them, the holiday had become too worldly and indulgent. They believed that instead of focusing on religious devotion, people were using Christmas as an excuse to party and overeat. In 1647, the government officially banned Christmas celebrations. This law prohibited decorating homes, singing carols, holding feasts, and even attending church services that celebrated Christmas Day. Instead, people were encouraged to treat December 25th like any other day of the year. While the government enforced the ban with strict rules and punishments, the people of England weren't ready to let go of their beloved holiday. Christmas traditions were deeply rooted in the culture, and many people couldn't imagine life without them. In towns and villages across the country, people found ways to secretly celebrate Christmas. They decorated their homes in private, sang carols in whispers, and shared small feasts with close family and friends. These secret gatherings kept the spirit of Christmas alive, even during its darkest days. Some communities were more daring. In certain towns, groups of people openly defied the ban by holding public celebrations. These acts of rebellion sometimes led to clashes with government officials, but they also showed just how much Christmas meant to the people. For over a decade, England experienced a Christmas season that felt empty and joyless. Markets that once bustled with holiday shoppers were quiet. Churches that once rang with the sound of carols were silent. The ban didn't just affect traditions, it also impacted the economy. Many merchants and farmers relied on the holiday season to sell their goods, and without Christmas, their livelihoods suffered. Even those who supported the ban began to feel its effects. The lack of holiday cheer left people longing for the joy and togetherness that Christmas once brought. The turning point came in 1660, when the monarchy was restored and King Charles II took the throne. The new king, who had spent years in exile during Cromwell's rule, understood the importance of traditions like Christmas. One of his first acts as king was to lift the ban and restore Christmas celebrations. The return of Christmas was met with widespread joy and relief. People eagerly returned to their traditions, decorating their homes, singing carols, and feasting with family and friends. After years of suppression, the holiday spirit shone brighter than ever. The story of the Christmas ban is a powerful reminder of how deeply traditions are woven into our lives. Even in the face of strict rules and challenges, the people of England found ways to keep their holiday spirit alive. Their determination to preserve Christmas shows the resilience of human joy and the importance of coming together as a community. Today, Christmas is celebrated in countless ways around the world, from quiet family gatherings to grand public displays. Each tradition, no matter how big or small, carries the spirit of those who refused to let Christmas fade into history. While it's unlikely that Christmas will ever be banned again, the story of 1647 reminds us to cherish the traditions and celebrations that bring us together. Holidays like Christmas aren't just about decorations and gifts. They're about the connections we share with one another. So, as you hang your stockings, sing your favorite carols, and gather around the table for a festive meal, remember the people who fought to keep these traditions alive. Their courage and determination ensured that we could continue to celebrate the magic of Christmas today. Thanks for joining us, curious kids. The story of how Christmas was almost banned is a fascinating tale of resilience and the power of tradition. It's a reminder to always cherish the joy and togetherness that holidays bring. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Curious Kids HQ for more amazing stories from history and beyond. Until next time, stay curious and keep the holiday spirit alive.